Hello and welcome back to the Time Pocket. Or my screensaver. One of those two. And welcome back to Journeyman 3. Or Journeyman Project 3. Legacy of Time. It's going to take me a while to get that in straight. And I am Nomi, and we are also joined by Arthur.
You know, being up this high in a hastily constructed, barely navigable flying balloon, and knowing that you've never had a flying lesson, really puts things in perspective, Gage. I found that being hundreds of feet in the air makes me twice as frightened.
Alright, last episode we discovered that our allies destroyed a settlement on Earth, and our allies were fighting another alien over another settlement.
Gage, this is your colon. Eat more, Bran.
Ugh. So, yeah, it's interesting.
The whole space-time continuum concept is actually quite simple. You see, Gage, space and time are actually just floating along in a big lava lamp.
And the Himalayan mountains. Central Asia.
It's cold. I think we just arrived on Agent 3's shoulder. From the state of things, we just missed the avalanche that tore through this building. Would it be improper for an artificial intelligence to go sledding? Just one hill, Gage. Come on, it's the Himalayas. If we invented toboggans centuries before its time, we could sell them to local Tibetans and be gazillionaires in the future. Using time travel how? Oh, I suppose you want to save the world. What about our needs?
What do you got?
I feel like yodeling.
Please don't.
Agent 3 said that one of the time codes would be at a low vantage point. My guess is that she probably hid the code somewhere in that ravine.
Yeah.
The bridge control system looked like it was broken or missing a part. Let's look around outside of the gatehouse. Maybe something important was knocked away when the avalanche hit. If we can Good idea, Gage. That's it, we'll just climb down into the ravine, and then we'll just find a nice little hotel, and maybe have a light dinner, and then we'll maybe...
I didn't mean to
give me some warning next time you try to kill yourself.
Alright, let's see.
Oh my, Gage. That poor man in the snow is dead. The destruction caused by this avalanche was complete. I doubt there were any survivors. That wheel we found in the snow was probably part of the broken bridge controls. With luck, a little love, and a whole new set of bridge controls, we probably could snap the wheel back on and extend the bridge. Let's give it a try.
There we go. We will need this stick later on. I will let you know now. So yeah, God, the whips and the everything about Arthur. He is quite fun. Just go around and there will be a lot of scriptures. Pretty much, he is our only other. Oh no!
Ow! I think I was sitting on my keys. From what I can see of this building, I would say that it was once a Tibetan monastery. It appears to have been knocked into this ravine by the avalanche. What a terrible loss to humanity. All of this beautiful culture and architecture destroyed. Your old hard life of crime just might pay now. We could get into this building if we break in through the window. The beauty of my plan is that breaking and entering isn't even illegal yet.
See? Told you.
It's possible that Agent 3 hid one of the codes in this room somewhere. Let's spread out. Just think. If we were in the Magic Kingdom, this would be Tragedy Land.
I'm not going to click on that because that's probably just going to tell me what to do.
In case of an emergency, please exit the building over the escape Buddha in an orderly fashion.
Ah, there it is. There's the final time code. Uh-oh. Huh.
Uh-oh, Sir Rollins. They look like they mean business. What could they be searching for here? Uh-oh. Gage, if we don't leave now, the Master of the Flying Guillotine will finish us in a split second.
And gone.
We've got her! Computing her position now. According to these coordinates, Agent 3 is hiding 14 days before your present time on a different planet. Possibly Jupiter or Saturn. Okay, I have her position now. Be ready for anything, Gage.
Now you know that aliens destroyed Atlantis, Shangri-La, and El Dorado.
What?
Imagine how history would have been different if those cities were spared. The TSA must know of our discovery. With the last timepiece, you should have the coordinate for my position. I will be waiting.
Let's go get her.
Gage, I didn't think the TSA would send you. How can you ignore what I've shown you? Think of your duty to history.
What would you know about duty? You're coming with me now.
Wait, before you arrest me. There's someone here who may convince you further.
Why do you plague me in my final moments? You took away my lab, my life.
Dr. Sinclair, I saw you in the past. Fleeing the destruction of Atlantis, what were you doing there?
Atlantis! You saw its destruction. Then you know that the most beautiful city in history was destroyed by our benevolent protectors.
Yes, I saw it all, Elliot. But why did the Sorolans attack? They were allies.
They razed Atlantis. It was an unrelenting fire. When the Sorolans came back 10 years ago, I tried to warn Earth, and nobody would listen. And I was imprisoned by you for my foresight.
I need to know more. Who were the Sorolans fighting?
Long ago, I believed in higher powers. I took it as my purpose to heal and shepherd the world. But the world turned its back on me. And this is my reward for a lifetime of faith. Goodbye, Agent Blackwood.
Elliot.
That's got to hurt if you don't have the suit.
Can anyone around here follow orders? William, the chameleon prototype was top secret. You're in this just as deep as Gage is. You can't imagine the trouble you've caused us. Lock her up. I should throw you in with Agent 3 for insubordination. But the truth is, I need you. We're in the middle of a crisis. The Breaker Quadrant was attacked only hours ago.
What? There hasn't been an attack on the symbiotree in decades. Do we know who?
We haven't been able to identify the ships. They smashed through our frontier outpost. They're on an intercept course for Earth. The Cerolans have cautioned us to ready our planetary defenses, and are here to offer their support and counsel.
Gage Blackwood. I am Gisela, the Cerolan ambassador to Earth. In this time of crisis, we have come to ask you for your aid.
Those same ships have been on Earth before. They were fighting your people, Ambassador. Gage, tell them what you saw.
The hell is she still here? Get her out of my sight!
Agent 3 is right. While I was in the past, I saw a craft similar to that one battling Cerolan ships. I was in Atlantis, Ambassador. I know what your race did.
What the hell are you talking about, Gage?
Be calm, Commissioner Baldwin. My government has never permitted me to admit this. In your distant past, we defended your planet against a savage race, the Quothalas. When my race was young, an elder race called the Sosequi had already passed. They left only whispered legends of their legacy, a relic that contained their vast knowledge. A trail of legends led us to Earth, and it was at Atlantis that we met the Quothalas. After words of peace failed. We both fought with a frightening passion for our birthright. When one of the Quothalas ships landed near the temple, we had no choice but to destroy the city. We still believe that action saved your world, and many others.
Your quest for the legacy has resulted in the destruction of 3 civilizations from our history.
The Quothalas were butchers. We saved your Earth from enslavement.
Oof.
After the destruction of Atlantis, we battled the Quothalas hordes for centuries. Twice more during your history, the legacy's influence resurfaced in the form of 2 highly advanced human cultures. Sadly, each of the cities were destroyed in brutal battles. After the 3rd city fell, we were able to crush the Quothalas. We assumed they were gone forever.
Commissioner, I'm receiving a message from deep space.
Earth. You must turn over the legacy and time travel technology, the birthright of the Quothalas. If you do not, there will be dire consequences.
The situation is desperate. The symbiotree defense fleet is scattered, and the Quothalas Armada more formidable than ever. That is why we have come here. With the legacy, we may be able to stop the Quothalas. Without it, the symbiotree might not be able to protect Earth this time.
You need us for our time travel technology. You're asking us to go back to the cities before their destruction to search for this legacy.
Let me go back, Commissioner. I've been to the cities. I can find this legacy. At the very least, it will give the Earth a bargaining chip with the Quothalas.
You wouldn't even know where to start looking.
In each of the cities, the attacks seem concentrated over the central temples. The legacy may be hidden in one of them.
Doesn't look as though we have much of a choice. But this is going to happen our way, Ambassador. This will be an Earth investigation only. The Earth government will be made aware of everything you've disclosed.
My government should not have kept this from you for so long. I hope this will not hurt the kinship between Cyril and Earth.
Very well, Gage. I'm sending you on a mission to search for this legacy.
William, program 3 jump coordinates to each of the 3 cities approximately 1 day before they will be destroyed.
They should be uploading to your suit in a moment.
How will I know this legacy when I see it?
All of the Cerolan legends describing the legacy are vague. This pendant is an ancient Sosequi relic that our archaeologists discovered on another planet. We believe this symbol is a Sosequi marking that represents their legacy. The true legacy might also bear this mark.
Okay.
Good fortune, Agent Blackwood.
Okay. Not too sure if I want to trust them for that, but... Oh, hey. What you gotta say about this?
Meanwhile, back at the Batcave... Gage, tell me honestly. You're really the only guy that works here, right?
I'm gonna skip over these because I think these are just hints for the most part. So let's just... Alright. So we got the Mediterranean, which is Atlantis, Andes Mountains, and Himalayan Mountains. Let's go ahead and go to the Mediterranean Sea. Go to Atlantis. Then. Actually, no, those thought bubbles are,
That door might be a trap. Door.
Arthur, we gotta talk to you about these. Dear goodness. Alright. Ooh. Some stuff. I like stuff.
We have a lot of ground to cover, so if you get stuck, we can always time jump to another environment. Don't fret. I'll log the precise coordinates, so when you choose to return, we'll appear exactly on the spot where we left.
Good. There we go. So yeah. Going around. And there I was just holding down the mouse button so that...
Igor, pull the first lever.
I need a lever that won't drive me crazy.
There we go.
A few more turns, Gage.
Oh yeah, no.
Get your back into it, laddie.
You gotta keep going. Because if you saw when we came through, we saw a horn. There it is. Now, why did we want to come out here? Oh. Ah, yes. That's right. And like that, we're here.
The first description of Atlantis in literature was from Plato in a series of discussions from his works Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopia that existed somewhere in the Western Ocean. It was never known whether Plato was actually describing the fabled lost continent or fabricating an elaborate concept to help prove an argument, as he was known to do. We shouldn't stand here for too long. From up here, we're likely to be seen. Oh, hi down there. Who, us? Just a couple of windmill repairmen doing their job. Gage, quick, show 'em your butt crack. We should find the guys quickly before we really are spotted.
Wish we didn't start on top of this, but... I'm missing out on a lot of the thought bubbles, but it's fine.
Remember, don't look down. I told you not to look down. Now you better use the umbrella.
Down we go. Down we go. Alright.
Avast, ye landlubbers. Ye face Arthur the Terrible and Blackwood the mildly terrible, but still writes his mom. Strike ye colors and prepare to be born.
don't mind me. I'm feeling particularly naughty today.
Fluffy, what kind of cruise ship is this? No skipper, no Marianne, no professor? Probably no shuffleboard or holes in the hull. I'm leaving.
Captain's log, stardate 1262 BC. On a routine expedition, we've stumbled upon a strange Atlantean vessel with no crew. I'm hoping to rescue a naive alien mermaid shackled within the brig of this ship.
So right now we can't go this way.
Sorry, Gage, but you can't go any further. There's a native just out of sight ahead. You're going to have to assume a chameleon guise before you can go that way.
So if we head over here. Kind of neat things. I believe it was to make it easier to actually.
It almost looks like he's waiting for a passenger. The guy is some sort of ferryman. If so, he must know the lay of the land.
So now we have his form, which is good. There's one more form, though.
Those large earthenware containers strewn about the docks are called pithoi. Bronze Age Mediterranean cultures used them to hold liquids like oil and wine. When full, they would be incredibly heavy, which is why I assume they have the loading crane. And when you need a crane to unload your booze, it's time to admit you have a problem.
Oh.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
And now we can chalk the beach.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Nasty weather? That's strange. Even Akasha's weatherman would tell you that today is a parasailing day. I'm sorry, I would have to disagree.
Really? I could have sworn I felt a star moving in. Well then, in that case, I think I'll stay here and get some rest.
So now we have a form. Let's go talk to the person over here on the boat. Do a blind old beggar. Ooh. A thingy. Hey.
Yes? A few coins for a blind old beggar?
Oh, right. Right, coins.
Mind the noise.
Is there not something you wish to say?
Oh, yes, of course. Where are my manners? Thank you, friend.
No, that's not... That is to say... You are not whom I was expecting.
I must go now.
Oh.
Very well, then.
He's a cagey fellow, but I guess being locked up will do that. Still, he seems to be waiting for someone in particular.
Yeah, I'm sensing the idea of code phrases. We don't know where we need to go.
I'm fairly certain that the dock ship is of Egyptian make.
Yeah.
What would it be doing here so far from home?
Let's chat with this guy.
No, not this time. Look, I have to make a living too, you know. Try your luck with someone else.
All right.
There are no other ferrymen at this dock.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to wait for one.
I'm gonna move away in case he looks up. Just a little bit. There we go. Ah! That'll happen from time to time. Oh well. Oh, wait. No, no. I need this guy. I can't just walk up and talk to him in that form. So... Get over here.
Oh, where can I take you?
The temple.
That will be 10 dromoi.
There we go. And
I
on
am
the boat
Kashani, but everyone calls me Kashi. You must be the captain of the boat they captured just this morning. I know how you feel. I am a victim too. The Atlanteans capture anyone that passes by. Now, the Atlanteans have kept their city secret for over 1,000 years. Whenever a ship passes too close, they capture it and they force the crew to live here as second-class citizens. No one is allowed to leave. The rules are very strict. Okay, this is it. Have a good day now.
Let's go speak with him.
No second-class citizens in the temple.
Gage, you like movies about gladiators? So why aren't second-class citizens allowed in?
By decree of the Templars.
Alright, and when it gets italicized, as you can see, you can't ask that.
Who is allowed into the temple?
Only native Atlantean citizens making deliveries or possessing a gold temple medallion may enter.
What kind of things get delivered to the temple?
Anything the Templars have need of. Today, deliveries are expected from the olive oil and potter shops.
Okay.
What medallion?
A gold medallion bearing the seal of the temple. How do you expect to gain entry without one?
This guard is protecting a lock. Sort of a water elevator for boats, so they can get from one level of the canals to the next. It looks like we need to use this one to get up to the reservoir around the temple. Maybe we could go to the olive oil shop and see what kind of deliveries are going into the temple. Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Yeah, I think.
Good day.
He's a little disgruntled, but... And then back to that.
Oh, so, where are we off to this time?
Such a smiling guy.
The olive oil vendor's shop.
That will be 10 dromoi.
He likes that phrase. Yeah. And off we go. Maybe a
Do
little
not
bit more.
lose hope, huh? You are not alone. Many of the non-natives refuse to live as captives. They have formed an underground resistance group and are planning to escape the island. Last I heard, they were almost ready. They will probably contact you soon if they have not already. Hey, do not tell anyone what I have told you.
Okay. Alright, so I wonder if the captain and that blind beggar were two of the people involved.
All right, we've arrived. Thank you for your business, eh?
Minoan artists were renowned in their day for their unique skill. They rejected the notion of rigid geometry in their work, creating beautiful art pieces that emphasized natural scenes. Minoan women enjoyed many privileges that were not extended in other civilizations of this time period. Adult women of Minoa were known to be endowed with wealth, title, and huge tracts of land.
Hmm. Oh.
What? That's Mr. Atlantean 1281 BC. Still looking good, champ. My, he has a big pot. This must be the craftsman responsible for all those monstrous pithoi around the city.
The shop is for paying customers only.
Oh my.
Where's your modesty? You can't change your clothes in front of a stranger.
Darn. Huh. So he's not going to talk to me. And all the forms I have are all second-class citizens. I mean, there's that guy. I mean, there's a guard, maybe.
Those are black olives basking in the sun. Mediterranean cultures like the Minoans were able to cultivate the rocky fields to grow olive trees, creating a lucrative olive oil trade. From the amount here, I'd say that olives were one of the chief exports of Atlantis.
Oh, forgive me. I wasn't expecting any customers today. I just assumed everybody would be at the festival or preparing for the Kalos Kalir. It is easy to forget that not everyone on the island shares our beliefs.
So, what happens at the festival?
The festival is a 5-day celebration ending with the Kalos Kalir. It only happens twice in a lifetime, so everybody participates. There is always much food and wine, beautiful music, dancing, and entertainment of all kinds. It's really quite a party. But still, the thought that we would be better served by a more reverent observance lingers in my mind.
Aww.
If you don't mind my asking, what is the Kalos Kalire?
Well, I suppose I can tell you a little bit about the Great Battle. You see, it is our belief that the Earth Mother's children await to possess her healing powers as their birthright. Tomorrow, when she reveals the source of her powers, the Galeth, they will lock together in a battle of greed that could destroy themselves and their mother altogether. This battle is called the Kalos Kalir.
What?
Gage, ask if she might be interested in a Pisces with a rippling disembody and a very sexy voice. Oh, like you would have a chance, Gage. The
What
Earth
children?
Mother's children?
The sun and the moon. Each is so certain that the Galeth belongs to himself alone that they jealously chase each other through the sky day and night. But they only come together once in a great many years.
Ah. Oh. To a certain extent, what she's talking about, it's a solar eclipse, effectively, but in addition to that, it might also represent the two alien factions. Ooh.
Where will the Earth Mother reveal the Galeth?
In the temple, it will flow up out of the earth on a column of water, and as the water flows over the Galeth, it will become imbued with healing powers and refill the reservoir. At least, that is how the Templars have told us it happens. They're the only ones allowed to witness the miracle.
Who are the Templars?
They are the priests. Some say the Earth Mother gave them the secret of eternal life. But who would know? They almost never leave the temple. Only once have I ever seen one of them.
Does the healing water really work?
Oh, yes. But non-natives are not allowed in the temple.
How does the battle end?
If the battle ends peacefully, the Earth Mother retains the Galeth, and the people of Atlantis enjoy many more years of life and good health. If not, the Earth Mother perishes, and Atlantis along with her. But We have been here longer than anyone can remember, and we have seen many Kalos Kalirs.
Why do you celebrate the Kalos Kalire?
Oh, there are many reasons, really. But most see the Kalos Kalir as an excuse to live life to its fullest before the end comes.
Alright.
Well, I should leave you to your work.
Earth's Mother's blessings.
Alright. Well, that was a lot of plot. So they celebrate the ending, and we know that's going to happen tomorrow. They're saying it happens tomorrow, so there's some predictions going on here. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. We actually ran a little longer than I planned. I'm planning on 30-minute episodes on these, but you know what? A little bit more means a little bit more for you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you for coming. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. I mean, I'm planning on doing a bunch more, hopefully. And I'll see you guys next time. And as always, keep smiling.